Hello and welcome back, everyone, for our next game. Before we get into it, in case people didn't know, big news, drops are back officially for the rest of the season. While watching, you can win some esports capsules, masterwork chests, keys, all this kind of stuff. And in order to celebrate the return of drops, all four of us have brought our favorite.
I brought a drop.
We all brought a drop
Yeah.
of some kind.
That's news to me.
So we'll ask Twitch chat at the end of this which one they like the most. I'm going to go
the
first.
best drop.
The drop that I brought is an egg drop. I really like doing
God.
these in school, and so I made an egg drop, and I'm just going to see if
You're
it...
cleaning up after yourself. Hey! I felt
You're
that.
supposed to cushion the fall. That's the point of the egg drop.
straws were supposed to... We know what the problem was. The balance was off.
You
I
definitely failed.
I didn't put a weight.
You're
in
also
the bottom,
casting
so-
next. You're not even going to clean this up?
Yeah. Wow.
Talent, baby.
Egg on my shoe.
All right, who's next? Who's got this?
All right. Mine's boring.
Darn it.
Don't vote for me. I brought eye drops.
Okay.
To be fair, maybe the most useful drop brought today.
Oh, no.
You're actually doing eye drops.
Oh,
I actually need some eye drops.
They're
I've
gonna have
had-
to fix my makeup after this.
I've had some irritation inside my left eye lately.
So
want some
actually
eye
a
drops?
useful drop.
I think I'll take them after.
Those are good drops.
Those are good drops.
About to slap that out of your
Who's up
eyes.
next? Who's got
I
another-
brought, cue up the music here. Let's start the roll.
What?
A bass drop. Wait for it.
This is all you. You do your little... I
No,
don't
you
know.
need to be in
No,
the
this is-
shot.
no, this is
you
you.
need to be in the
Get-
shot.
get your own
Raz, drop with me. Okay. it's good. It's a fine drop.
It's a bass drop.
I don't-
Everyone likes a good
I
bass
brought
drop.
a drop.
It's a good bass drop. Everyone likes a good
You
bass drop.
broke an egg. I brought a bass drop.
And I brought stats. I wanted to drop stats. I know that you guys love stats, but
Before
go
we
for
get into
first.
them, just start voting right now in chat. Spam who has the best drop as we see what Raz brought. Stats, apparently?
Yeah, I dropped stats. I know
A
you're a
stats
big
drop?
stats man. You're a big
You
stats
dropped
man. Take a look at
stats?
these
Wait,
stats.
what?
Take a look at these stats. Your year-long stats. You had
Oh
0 good
my
ideas all year. 0 episodes of Blame Game dropped, which I know Travis has a problem with that. 0 friends. 0 people that you're smarter
On his
than.
birthday?
You're such a bully. It's his friend. It's his birthday.
On
And
my
one
birthday.
time you actually caught up with double.
I appreciate this, Raz.
Wow.
You know what I pitched for your drop was
What?
to drop the booty, but then you didn't want to do that again. So you brought this instead out of spite.
Yes.
When I pitched this segment, I was like, Raz will definitely bring a twerk to
Okay.
drop, but
Yeah,
I guess
well.
not.
Happy
Mark,
birthday.
Go cast your game. Happy birthday.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. This was
Yeah.
great.
Happy
We
birthday.
have a game. Drops are back. Continue voting. We'll check the results in a little bit. Right now, we have TSM versus Dignitas. An interesting game here. We have Rich on one side trying to carry the carcass that is Dignitas. I'm kidding.
Wow.
We have Rich on one side who's had some great games. Dignitas sitting at 3-4. TSM also sitting at 3-4. One is almost like more surprising than the other, but I'm expecting a very close game.
Yeah. I mean, I think the other thing is kind of like, okay, with Ruby starting, how well is he going to continue to synergize with this team? Obviously, like, I don't think their loss to EG was Ruby's fault whatsoever.
Yeah.
But that's another thing that I definitely know people are looking out for with TSM since they decide to make this roster swap.
And with a truncated season like this, you're going to have to learn pretty quickly. So I think Dignitas is set up really well for success. A, because of the fact that they've had the core team together for a little bit, bringing in Tomo, and also just having some new faces. And you're right, Rich has been playing pretty good. So,
Yeah.
as a whole, I think this team is really set up for success. I said pretty good.
You said Rich has been playing pretty good. That's a win.
Yeah.
I'm not a
think they're
hater.
playing one of the best top laners in the league, but you just don't agree. I believe the votes should be in from Twitch chat, so let's check the results for who brought the best drop. We're going to have those in 20 seconds.
You're going to be last.
We're gonna have him in-
let you know.
I feel like I should be last.
Really
I
quick
told
call
people
out,
not to vote
really quick
for me.
call out on TSM though.
Go for it.
They have been absolutely grinding.
Yes.
So
Yes.
they're playing double blocks each official scrim day for them, which is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. That's 5 scrims, then a quick break, then 3 more scrims, and they're also doing full blocks on off days. Raz wins for being a bully.
Wow.
Raz wins for being
What?
mean to Mark.
Mark
This
asked
sets-
for a present.
This sets a dangerous precedent for future votes,
Raz is just gonna flame Mark every single time.
Does
now.
Kobe need a
Mark
present
breaking the
too?
egg, he deserves to finish last because he's not even clean.
All I'm saying,
Maybe we'll
Mark
make him
got
clean
his present. I wonder if Kobe had his present, so let's just hand this one off to the casters.
Okay, casters, take it away.
Hello and welcome back to the LCS. It's the Dive Cast here.
The Dive Birthday Cast.
It is
For my
Mark's birthday.
birthday.
It's Kobe's birthday.
For my birthday present, I also want Raz to twerk. I thought he was going to do it when you brought it up a second time.
Yeah, he's bullying you on the birthday. What's up with that?
He won because he knows Twitch chat is mean, so he played to their strengths. I'm glad though for our birthday gift we got Azael to do play-by-play.
Yeah, I'm excited. You know, hopefully I don't run it down too hard. You know, want it to be a good birthday present for you guys. But we got TSM, we got Dignitas, and I hope we're gonna get some action.
Or if you do run it down, make it funny on the way down.
Okay, some like physical comedy.
Yeah, we'll light it on fire. It'll be a spectacle. We'll make
it real bad.
Make a whole day of it.
A nice slow burn, you know, all about the rotatos kind of game plan where Azael has nothing to contribute. He's not able to break down any fights, talk quick over them.
Yeah.
Oh, did you hear what this clown just said? Oh my god.
Well, that's what I could say because I don't have to say anything smart. I just stand over here and talk quickly. I just say what's happening on the screen. You guys got to tell me why it's happening.
Well, you have to
I'm on the left of the desk here. TSM and Dignitas are playing today. Tell me about it.
Well, you have to resist the urge to analyze. If you start trying to break the game down,
It's already gone. You just step over here, all thoughts gone from my brain.
It's dead.
Hey, look,
all right,
Malphite and Rakan got
I was about
banned.
to say, let's
Why'd
warm
they
you
do
up.
that, Kobe? What were they thinking?
Well, they've been thinking, this is a Malphite one trick. Why TSM keeps spamming Hauntzer on Malphite?
That sounds
block their
good.
strategy.
Hey, if you didn't know, Nico's really strong, Azael. So that's why they ban Nico on red side, because otherwise the team will first pick it.
Why did they get to go first?
Oh man,
That's actually true. It should be blew my mind.
Mark's
Simultaneous
face looked-
draft.
You look so surprised. You're like, wait, I didn't think you were gonna be this dumb. Go back.
I was surprised you raised such a good point. We should do simultaneous
Thank you.
drafting the old school way, where you just tried to slam your
Just
pick
whoever
before
goes
someone take
first.
it.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Only the strong survive in League of Legends. Azir going to be locked in. The response quickly from Syndra for Ruby here. So a bit of an aggressive pick. What do you think?
I've got some terrible stats that I have to look up right now because they're going to be really funny.
While Kobe pulls those up, I will say we've seen Azir starting to rise a little bit more in priority. It was what Ruby played last game, and he did lose lane to JoJo, but everyone has lost lane to JoJo, and he actually, despite getting rough trades, Yone is a good matchup for playing into the Azir, and so it actually wasn't that bad of a performance given the fact that the rest of TSM was also getting slammed. I don't think Ruby looked in particular any worse than anyone who has played against JoJo so far. So maybe Dignitas saw that and was like, hey, his Yone or his Azir was actually pretty good. Let's just take that away because it's also one of Jensen's power picks.
Dignitas going to lock in Kai'Sa, K'Sante, so soul laners and AD carry already selected. On the other side, it's soul laners and jungle, so a little bit of disparity in the draft.
All right, Azael, I've got the stats for you.
Hit me with it.
I was looking up Ruby's stats for yesterday when he was coming over and, all excited for the Azir's most played champion. What do you think the win rate on the Syndra is as his 4th most played champion of all time? A lot of games, 26 games on it.
As the play-by-play, what do you think, Mark?
As a play-by-play, I don't understand stats. I'll go with 43%.
23% win
That's a
rate.
low number.
That's close.
That's a hot Syndra right there. Let's see if he can.
Small sample size,
upset
biased
the
data,
stats.
all the problems that go into those kinds of things. I will say, Hauntzer on the Renekton, I like that. Rich on his signature K'Sante, though, as we've said, is the best player in the world when on this champion.
Yeah, honestly, this Dignitas 1-2-3 here is looking pretty good to me. And now they can just cover AD carry bans. Since they got the Kai'Sa and TSM dropped their AD carry picker in favor of getting full topside, they really wanted the synergy between the Sejuani Renekton, that power duo, to be able to actually take advantage of K'Sante early on. That is one of the matchups. Renekton is basically the premier one into it, and if you bring that Sejuani jungle, then you've got that kill threat, but it's going to cost WildTurtle. And to me, WildTurtle has been the best performer on this TSM squad. He's done a lot of carrying, and now he's going to soak a lot of bans here.
Yeah, absolutely. The Trundle going to get banned away as well. A bit of an old school answer to the Sejuani, but it is a Santorin classic.
I think Turtle's fine. That's why there's times where you hang someone's pick for later because you know that they're good no matter what bans come their way.
He's literally been playing since before the LCS existed. His champ pool is deep.
He used to be a mid laner. He'll bring out the Gragas again in the AD carry role. But no, Jinx, no surprise, one of his signature champions onto that one. They'll also get counter pick for support, so while they did hang their bot lane for later, it is something where you'll get to see the entire enemy side and get what you want. With the Nautilus locked in, we'll see there are things like Leona up, which people can play into. We've seen Leona into Nautilus yesterday. It looked pretty good for the Leona early on.
It is a little bit interesting, seeing the Kai'Sa come out. Kai'Sa Nautilus feels like a little bit of dive. Generally, when paired with Azir in frontline, you want to be playing a little bit more slowly in those fights, but may try to grab something to make it a bit more aggressive.
Yeah, and with Milio up still too for Turtle, it's such a great pairing with Jinx.
Bugi locked in.
They could go for defensive dive though. Like when you're facing Kai'Sa Nautilus, sometimes you want, Unbreakable or something like that from a Braum. Chime is definitely a very good Braum player as well.
I like the Braum angle. I also say the Poppy being taken. I know Poppy is rising, and a lot of people's priorities and why it's a strong champion, though, is heavily dependent on the fact that it can stop a lot of dashes. There's really only two that you're going to be realistically blocking here, like a slice and dice out of the Renekton and the Sejuani Q. But Sejuani also can contribute to fights just with their ultimate and has more ways than just being like, I need to go in, else I'm useless. So it's not the most dashes we've seen for Poppy to block in a lot of the games where she gets locked in and looks OP. So I want to see if Santorin can actually pilot this one well.
Yeah, some creative use of Hex Flash as well always really helps out with the early ganking from this champion. So both these champions are tanks, but both these junglers definitely can make plays.
What kind of build do you think we can expect here from Poppy? Are we looking at more of a little bit of an aggressive build, full tank, a phase rush?
Well, the Divine Sunder was nerfed, but you can always still go Divine Sunder when you're facing like two health stackers, Sejuani and Renekton.
Duskblade, Predator boots.
There we go.
One shot. I mean, the ratios and damage on Poppy's pretty nuts. So, just send it.
I like it. You just get in the back line, one-shot someone, go to that Duskblade, invulnerability.
Run out.
Easy peasy.
They keep trying to nerf Divine Sunder so that pros pick it less, but I think they're going to have to go further.
Stop trying to make Trinity Force happen. It's not going to happen. It's Divine Sunderer.
Trinity Force happened for a while. There was
Good,
a
honest
lot
Divine
of
Sunderer gaming.
So it's happening right now, too. We're in the world on 13-12 here of Trinity Force.
That's okay. I can just say whatever I want. I'm over here. You guys have to deal with it. I just throw it over there. It's like hot potato.
Hell yeah. Happy birthday.
I just say some stuff and you guys are like, whoa, that's wrong. How do I get out of here?
That was always a favorite of play-by-players when they just say something wrong. It's like, how do you want to correct them on this? Do you call them dumb? Do you be like, oh, that's an interesting angle?
Yeah, that's a you problem, Mark. It's not a me problem anymore.
I was going to say, well, now we've got the smartest play-by-play. The world champion play-by-play.
Freak retired. What are you talking about? We're into the game. It's League of Legends.
We got to start the petition now. Bring back Freak. The Balance team doesn't deserve him.
Aw. Voices of the Dive birthday cast.
That's us.
Is he going to sing happy birthday to us? Or
if the game's really slow, we'll get the whole crowd to do it for us.
All right, well, we got WildTurtle on the Coal Star bottom here for the Jinx, so TSM definitely going to have that safety net later. I mean, Jinx is one of the iconic champions for Turtle. The zap seals on dragons, on barons. His accuracy with the cross maps skill shots, definitely one of his calling cards. And they are going to give a fake leash.
Yeah,
they're on blue.
That's interesting.
Fake, fake, fake. Fake it out. They use a little bit of mana to make it real fake.
Yeah, shoot a Braum Q into the woods.
I'm not sure if Sejuani was actually spotted at all, though. They did try to get a ward. They couldn't get it over onto the Raptors, but I'm not sure if they actually caught anything on the edge of the vision. If Sejuani was actually walking up from that area before starting the Raptors, in which case they would have some idea, but Bugi going to be starting up on the top side. Clearly, TSM trying to sell that fake start on the bot side, but it will give early push to Tomo and Diamond.
I was checking a spectator with the vision toggled, and it looks like they shouldn't have seen him on that clear of the Raptor, so thus far they have successfully stealthed the start of Bugi, and that might mean if they're pushing on the bot side, given that they leashed, Dignitas' bot lane might be susceptible to a gank in a couple minutes.
Braum is great setup for a Sejuani gank, so if Bugi can get down there, level 3 Sejuani is all ready to go for any sort of gank pathways. You can just walk after your red quadrant is done, go behind. Well, they actually have the entrance, the ramp here behind the Dragon Cove actually warded. So they would have to go straight down through the river. And it looks like unless they can get that full wave in down there, he'll go right on for it. Yeah, straight down the river. They haven't warded yet.
He might just queue over the Dragon Wall here and try to look for a wraparound. There's no vision behind him, so Bugi can look for it. Doesn't go for it just yet. Tomo moving out to look for a
Spidey senses, not the right one.
It's 20 seconds on that cooldown, though. Is he going to wait for it is the question to me, or is Chime going to be able to set it up? It looks like they're going to try to go forward. Chime tagging Diamond with the Braum passive, and Diamond going to be in some trouble as he finds out the surprise. Bugi is behind him, and Diamond slated to go down. It's an easy first blood for TSM.
The fake leash. It actually worked out. Turtle and Chime, sneaky, using some mana on that blue buff, as we saw level 1, and Bugi making good on that gank. Now Santorin, though, of course, expending a lot of time going for the gank does mean you're going to be currently down in camps. Doesn't matter too much for Bugi as long as Santorin doesn't get anything off Ruby.
No.
But he...
Oh, great scatter there from Ruby as he's going to pull back to the tower. Will stay safe. Santorin had him with the flash on the angle. Would have been able to knock him back into Jensen, potentially get the kill. The scatter was beautiful, though, for Ruby. Santorin will be able to grab topside Scuttle off of this, so it is just a trade of Scuttles. Bugi continues to clear on bot side.
Doesn't look like a 23% Syndra to me, Kobe. That was a clean stun. All right, that means that the other games he was just losing because of his team.
Yeah, you can improve stats. The stats are just there from the past.
You just blame the rest of heretics and stuff like that. That's where you
That's
go.
all history, Mark.
Yeah, I really like that level 1 setup by TSM. They've had some really smart things like that over the course of this season, and the fact that they were also tracking where Tomo went to the river, where he put his ward, knowing that they didn't really need to wait for the Q to come up and just being able to go. Nice advantage early on for TSM.
I mean, I just love that TSM put a lot of effort into this game plan where I was talking to Champ Select about how I really feel like Turtle has been the best performing player, the most reliable carry on this team. And they draft Sejuani Renekton. Oh, you think, yeah, maybe you can get a little aggressive up there, but they fake leash, they get the first gank down there, and even though the Sejuani does come away with the kill, it's still going to help out Turtle and Chime.
Absolutely, and Diamond was left in lane to try to actually push in that wave and reset it because Tomo had taken an early base. Chime stayed around. We saw him holding that wave. So going to be able to have that wave in prime position for Turtle to create a small advantage.
As the #1 Rich fanboy, I'm officially a Dignitas fan, so the Cope angle is that it's not that bad given the fact that Tomo did not lose that much CS. He was alive at the tail end of it. Diamond did not blow his flash. There's no repeat gank potential. And a kill did go on to Bugi, who is not going to be the one that you're concerned about getting out of control as compared to a Jinx who starts racking up some early kills.
Bugi looking for something here, just kind of covering Hauntzer. And Hauntzer was thinking about holding the wave to potentially let that slow push towards him, but we'll just take a base instead.
Yeah, it really hurts if you don't mash the early base, so I like just clearing it out, making sure you can go match base here so you're not out-itemized by Cassante and continue to lose out on extra resources there. And Bugi can just go do Krugs right now and then path on back down to bottom side too anyway, which is where they know they really want their game made.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they can time anything with this bot lane wave, because they held the wave. It's stacking now slowly on that bottom side. Does Bugi make his way down there to try to make some sort of a play around that, potentially deny some of the CS from Tomo?
Meanwhile, from the Dignitas side here, Jensen on Azir. He's got the flash advantage over Ruby, and Ruby has definitely been a point that they could look to attack. So if Santorin can make anything happen here, you can just go Jensen, attempt an Azir sweep, a no-flash Syndra, but it looks like Bugi's going to be able to cover, get some vision on them, and scout the play.
I mean, it obviously combos well with Poppy if you can get the wall stun off the Azir scoop. And even if Ruby has to play further back until he gets his flash available, it does buy space for Dig to just kind of have this kind of priority in mid lane where Jensen can shove a lot more safely.
And I love that this is your duty as a jungler. Bugi knows it. He comes immediately, even though his mid laner got ganked by enemy jungler. It's okay, I got you, buddy. Don't worry about it. Here's some wards. I'm scouting them out. I'm going to be your bodyguard in the river. No bad people are going to come mess with you.
Yep, going to be keeping him safe. Puts down a pink ward, clears out the enemy one. And just trying to cover him, you know, during that flash timer where he's missing it. Syndra, thankfully, has pretty good range, can farm pretty safely from distance. But up towards the top side, things looking pretty even. Rich does have a slight HP advantage and largely has had the push in this lane, has been winning out a lot of these trades.
My boy. I gotta say, this is why Azael would not be a good jungler, the whole like supporting people when they are down like a summoner or something. Whereas if you watch the Twitter interactions between him and Rafa, he just roasts him at any point. He always like screenshotting their win rates and stuff, being like, what's going on?
Hey, that's roasting myself as well. I'm involved in these games, Mark.
But it sounds like you're pointing the blame.
I will say, I took a peek at that match history, and he had a 25 kill Kinjin game in there that was red, and I was like, I've been there.
It was tough. I think the team had about 30 kills. I had 25 of them. It didn't go our way.
It sounds like you didn't carry hard enough to Azael. This is why you're
That's facts. That's facts. Yeah, it's actually why I've been moved over to this side of the
If
desk.
you were a little smarter, you would have carried that game.
Someone with a brain would have found a way by now. I mean,
you got
come
25
on.
kills. Just win the game, man.
Yeah. Just kill the Nexus, idiot.
Backdoor with Kindred ult. Doesn't that work?
Yeah. I should have Kindred ulted my own Nexus so they couldn't kill me.
Oh, there you go.
That's where I went wrong. I'm realizing now, yeah.
Creative use of game mechanics.
Chime coming through mid, helping them push it out as TSM looking to move up towards Herald. Both ADs down on bot side, so a fight breaks out. It is just going to be a 4v4, though Diamond looks like he's not quite heading up there.
Yeah, TSM has just done such better prep work here. They've got better control of the waves. They get first onto the mid wave, push it into the tower. Topside Renekton, Hauntzer's able to push as well. Then you leak on over to the Rift Herald. So really good execution on a couple of these plans from TSM, and it's afforded them almost 1,000 gold lead over Dignitas thus far.
That, plus the fact that Ruby with his flash back up is safe now to actually start trading a little bit more aggressively onto Jensen. You saw him shove him out a wave there, able to get control of that now up in CS despite being 10 behind before. Almost got a turret play. I don't think he actually ended up getting it, but speaking of the fact that TSM is moving around the map as a team a lot better and covering for Ruby so that he can start exerting his own presence in lane.
Yeah, I was probably looking for Jensen to do some, Azir attempts to go for sweeps and flash plays here, but too good of defense there. Santorin and Jensen not able to make it good during that flash cooldown. Meanwhile, topside, your boy Rich doing just fine up there in that matchup with very little jungle intervention.
Yeah, no major farm advantages really across the board. Has been pretty even. TSM is up 1.2k. They've gotten some plates, a plate in mid. They have that early first blood kill, but farm is quite even between the two teams. And we can see Bugi now heading down towards bot, potentially going to look for something, but all summoners are available on both sides.
Let's see if they can get a setup here. There's no minions for Chime to jump to if you're trying to get him as the start to disengage. Could flash forward, tags him.
Tags him with the Q, but it's just going to be a flash traded out for that ulti from Chime. Nice trade from him. They're definitely respecting the fact that Bugi could be behind him, but Bugi will be spotted now. The pink ward doesn't actually clear this ward, and they don't have any pings on it, so well aware that the Sejuani is here, and they may need coverage if there's a threat on the dive.
Yeah, they really want to try and set up an advantage preemptively before the dragon. Bugi leaking down here. They do get the flash. They don't get his cleanse, so Tomo still has the cleanse and ultimate to try and stay safe, but pushing the wave in with the support of Bugi and getting the flash out of Tomo with the ultimate from Chime is enough for them to start this up. Top side, neither of them have teleports.
Looking like they want to fight this, though. Diamond moving up. He's going to be the target here from Turtle. Jensen coming in from the other side, but it's Bugi throwing down the ulti, and they're going to get the first kill on a Diamond. Turtle with the reset, but in comes Jensen, sweeping him back, and Turtle's in trouble. Turtle's down already as it's Chime on the retreat. In comes the killer instinct, though, and Tomo will claim another kill. Dignitas clean up TSM on the dragon, get the kills, and gonna look to take the dragon as well.
A nice 2-for-1 on Dignitas, bouncing back there. Initially, so many spells used on Diamond. Hold on.
He's not done.
Ruby's looking for more, has the ulti, the unleashed power will claim him, but Jensen sweeping in here, chasing down Ruby as Bugi's fighting Santorin on the other side. Ruby's gonna have to flash. Jensen has his available, won't look for it, but does push him out, and the dragon's gonna reset. So now, coming out of base here, Turtle is faster. Potential for TSM to try to restart this dragon and go again.
Yep, we've got jungler reset as well, so Sejuani gonna come from base 2. Everybody going right back to it. Hauntzer hasn't used his teleport. His cooldown was a little bit desynced from Rich, and Rich just teleported back to top lane before we went into this replay. So if they do repeat on this, TSM should have the teleport advantage. This was a really good sweep from Jensen, though. Dignitas with the counter initiation onto TSM. They jump on them, and they use that Poppy ultimate to inject the extra member so they can make good on the chase. Turtle never flashed there, though, so still has it up for the next fight.
Saving it for later, of course, as all great AD carries do.
I actually like that he didn't flash because Tomo held the killer instinct until after he died.
Yeah.
So I think if he flashes out there at low health, Tomo has the cooldown to go in for that chase. Of course, since Turtle died, he used the killer instinct to clean up Chime, but I think Dignitas played it out well.
Now we got a reset, though, and that means pushed out lanes on both mid and bottom for TSM, so they get right back to it. 4 members up through the river, clearing out the extra ward here, and Santorin and Diamond come to try and protect Tomo.
A little bit of advantage for TSM here, given that they can drop the Rift Herald mid, and all their ultimates are back available, given that they use them faster to blow up Diamond. And so with this pressure, they can move back to the Dragon, and it's going to take a little bit before Dig can really contest this.
Yeah, it would be a bit dicey as well. Tomo, no summoner spells available. Turtle does have that flash that he saved from last fight. Neither top laner can join without the TPs, and Bugi is setting up on the side as they're fishing with these Void Seekers, trying to scout things out. They will see Ruby there and do tag him. Jensen's now on the bottom side, clearing out some vision, has pushed up through bot, so those minions are being lost by TSM.
Ultimate's back available for Dig now as well, so the fact that TSM couldn't start that Dragon means we're in for another team fight. We'll see if Azael's play-by-play voice will hold up over the course of this game if we keep getting permanent dragon dances.
And I think what we're looking for in that dragon dance is Tomo's positioning here. Now he will have no summoner spells for the next fight. They hit the
Glacial Prison comes out. Diamond is the target as the passive's on it, but Santorin flashing into the background there on the Turtle. Turtle trying to get out of there, but he's knocked up in the air, and he's stunned into the wall, and Turtle looks like he's slated to go down. But on the other side, Nautilus has fallen as well. Tomo to the backline with the killer instinct. He's going to take down Chime. Ruby and Bugi will arrive, but they can't get anything done. Rich has roamed down, so it's Hauntzer taking plates topside, but it's Dignitas who are going to win out on the Dragon.
Yep, Tomo got to free fire the whole time. They went for the Nautilus on the initiation, get the 1-for-1, Turtle goes down, then they get the extra chase kill, Chime as well, and that means Dignitas will get the Dragon. Rich goes back to topside to try and keep Hauntzer.
And Diamond could come up here as well. This could be a bit of an extended play as Rich is going to go all out. He's trying to keep him in the area as Nautilus is running up there. Needs to respect the damage from Hauntzer though, as Hauntzer popping the Dominus, going to chop him down pretty low, and multiple members now moving up from both sides. Diamond is here and Rich is in trouble. Hauntzer looking for the dive. Will be forced back, but Bugi and Rumi have both arrived and could look for something. We'll see if he can fish with the scatter.
Looks like they're going to bring 4 people topside for TSM. Diamond now huddling under the tower as Rich goes for the reset.
During this time, though, Jensen has just leaked out to the bot side, so TSM has overloaded the top side of the map, trying to find that kill or potentially the turret, but it's been such a slow developing play. The fact that Rich was not able to get taken down means that TSM moved back onto the Herald, and it looks like Dig are going to be happy to sack this one and just keep pushing out on the bot side.
We'll see, though, because Rich TP's back. They're aware that this is happening. The tower will go down on bot side. Is Santorin going to move up? Looks like it's probably going to be too late, even if they wanted to at this point. Should be able to claim this bottom tier 1, put a little pressure on the mid tier 1 as well.
It's going to boost Jensen even farther up this gold chart you see on the left here if he can finish this one out. Ruby knows he's all alone in the defense down there, and there's a Nautilus roaming through the river, so he has to be a little bit careful. Probably cede that objective over to Dignitas, and while Dignitas do give up that extra one on top side, they get the tower bottom side for the Azir.
TSM looking to push through mid though, gonna drop the Herald, so tier 1 is cracked. Doesn't look like they're positioning to go for another charge though.
Yep, that one gets cleaned up quickly by Tomo, and at the end of all of that, 600 gold lead for the side of TSM, even in kills. You can see who's strong for each team. The fact that Tomo has been cleaning up a lot of these, he's starting to try and get a little bit more gold, but Jensen does feel like the main carry. And I gotta say, TSM, the way they've been fighting these, they've been really jumping on Diamond. They should have really good peel to keep Turtle alive if the Braum ult is there, the Unbreakable, you have Sejuani ult as well, but they keep using these offensively, and that's twice now that Turtle has kind of been punished as a result. He had a really good flash on the Poppy E to actually not get wall stunned, but there was just too much additional follow-up.
Yeah, I like the point bringing up the possibility of the peel, because you remember JDG team fighting at MSI and Syndra Scatter the Weeks peeling over and over and over. So Syndra plus Braum, try and help that out a little bit. It is, of course, you know, point and click, Nautilus ultimate, and Kai'Sa is a bit notorious in the mobility, but you can
She'll make your
do your best efforts. Yeah.
We do have one of our questions from draft answered. It's going to be the Even Shroud first here from Santorin, so going that more supportive route. I know you've been a pretty big fan, Kobe, of a lot of these supportive builds out of jungle.
Yeah, ever since the cost reduction to Even Shroud and Abyssal, you can get huge value out of Even Shroud plus a Sunfire for your own magic damage burn, and Abyssal amping your teammates plus amping your Sunfire. And it is a very cheap build to get going, which is perfect for pro play.
Kobe,
hoping to see more Maokai with it as well.
Kobe has always loved interesting builds, but as he gets older, every birthday, he looks for more and more supportive builds to play in the jungle.
You know what
as
Kobe
his
really
old
loves?
man hands
Winning.
come in. Kobe really loves winning, but there's been a shift in his gameplay from the early days to... No, he's actually an aegis one trick way back, dude.
Rich, Hauntzer scrapping back and forth here. Hauntzer has established a nearly 20 CS advantage. Of course, some of that will be evened out here, but doing well here up against Rich, who really has been kind of taking the league by storm since joining. So many people quick to praise Rich. People were talking about him as the best top laner in the league. People were talking about him as even a potential MVP candidate.
Yeah, and a lot of it was specifically on the Kai'Sa. Then, of course, they had the Quinn game 2, giving people a little bit more hope, but we'll see how they transition this, because this game is very, very close, easily winnable. But I do have to feel like Dignitas setup here with the money that Jensen's got, and Tomo now with 2 item power spike on the Kai'Sa as we have a fight over blue buff.
Yeah, going to be able to move in and try to take this down. Jensen was in the area, so TSM was a little bit hesitant to move back for it. Diamond potentially fishing. Chime going to connect. There's a hook coming in. It's a flash wall stun there from Santorin. They're looking for Bugi. Tomo trying to join, but Turtle is coming in as well. The TPs are going to arrive, and Diamond's going to go down. Turtle gets the first reset. The Chompers are going to be placed onto Rich there, and Rich is now the target. Nice flash out from Ruby, but they lose the Braum. Bugi's going to be sure to follow. Rich going all out, trying to chase over the wall. The Void Sector will connect, and in goes Jensen, sweeping him back for the double kill. Turtle trying to return fire here, has him low, but Santorin on the chase. It's a flash back from Turtle. Oh, he can't quite get him. Then goes Tomo and gets the shutdown onto Jinx. Santorin escapes with barely any health. Hauntzer had no TP to answer the play, and Rich's teleport made all the difference.
What an exciting skirmish. And at the end, Tomo with the W and flash kills Turtle. Both summoner spells down. Jensen, Azir really cleaning up. This scaling for Dignitas is going to look good.
I am a broken record. Look who is at the front of this fight again, absorbing all enemy spells. Diamond gets blown up, buying time for Rich to teleport in, and kind of pinching them in this position where Santorin has had some really nice jumps on the enemy team, allows so much of the mobility for Dignitas to go over the wall, find these extra members, continue this chase time and time again to find all 4 members of TSM. Santorin doesn't have the damage with this build, but, you know, setting up the rest of the team very well.
Yeah, I mean, Turtle had a heal flashed him there, so was able to juke him, but then Tomo walks up to finish the job. And those 2 kills, those kills on the 2 carries there, Ruby and WildTurtle, would not have happened if Jensen doesn't push the play forward, going for that initial Azir sweep.
Absolutely. It's got to be frustrating for Turtle, though. He was 1 crit away from getting multiple kills there. Dignitas is really low on health, but we're back to live. We're back to the Dragon. Bugi trying to move in. Diamond will connect with the hook. Won't be much more than that, though, but Ruby has arrived. Is there a look at a steal? It's not going to happen. Santorin will secure it, now looking to move forward for the fight, but Turtle is in the area. Bugi pretty chunked down, though, so it would be a risky one to take here for TSM.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to have to retreat back to the tower, but Dignitas, that means they've got early route on some damage on it. The siege going to leave a little bit of a mark as we've got K'Sante trying to stack up Qs on Hauntzer in the river. And it will just be a rotation up towards the top of the map. Baron about to spawn, so Dignitas going to go take over vision.
Really good game out of Jensen so far. You can see him hurting a lot now with 2 items completed, poking people as they try and move through these choke points. And it is something that's going to be kind of hard for TSM if they're not there first. They don't have a lot of great tools to buy space walking forward. You have basically Scour the Weak, as well as the Jinx Zap to kind of try and face check things. But if you're not there first, like, that's when it's scary, when you're walking into Scour the Weeks. But if you're just having to shoot these at every brush that you kind of walk into, it's kind of going to be difficult.
I agree. It is going to be tough, and the front line looks stronger for Dignitas. And I don't know that TSM from behind against this Fed Azir really win front to back, so your options start to become more limited.
Yep, they're going to have to get a pick here to get Jinx excited. WildTurtle with the Infinity Edge done will be able to pump out the crits if they can keep him safe.
It's also exciting to see the IE come through. It has been almost always just the Gale Force second item, so this is a higher damage build. I think Turtle is recognizing the position he's in this game, where he's got to do a lot of the heavy lifting.
Exactly. And they move into the river here, try and push out Dignitas. Bottom side, now it's going to be the other foot. TSM, they've got the teleport advantage on Hauntzer. A little bit left on the cooldown here for Rich. They go for a play.
Jensen gets a sweep, and Santorin slams him into the wall. He's down already. They're looking for more as Chime trying to get out of there, but he's going to be interrupted on the dash back to Bugi. Chime flashing out, but I don't know if that's going to do anything but delay, as in comes the hook, in comes the slam. He goes down, and now they have easy access potentially to the Baron, as Turtle's been pushed out as well. Tomo's going to dive for the backline, and Tomo's got Turtle. Just erases him from the map with the killer instinct.
Oh my goodness, Tomo right in there with the static shiv. That's gonna be the end of it. It's a massacre. Jensen saw Ruby with no flash, said, get off my screen. Immediately goes in, Azir ultimate, creating the wall for Poppy to charge you into, and you are dead before the body hits the ground.
And then Tomo says, anything you can do, I could do better. He just one-ups him, one-shot Turtle there. He definitely has the killer instinct this game on the Kai'Sa.
Yeah, I went back to watch that to see if he was chunked low by multiple W's hitting. It was just the one. He was about 75% HP when Tomo went in there and just assassinated him with the proc from Static Shiv, the Q damage coming in. Like, that was just a fat chunk of damage off the ult.
Yeah, I mean, the Acacian Rain does so much damage, and the passive proc as well, you know, is amped by the AP.
Yeah, look at this. Full CC combo. You get knocked up by the Azir, slammed into the wall by the Poppy. He's dead already. And then the chase continues. With the Nautilus plus the Poppy here, flash from Diamond, gets the hook, another kill, And now Tomo's like, I need to participate.
I'm bored.
I'm here too.
Take it.
He got the mark from the previous W that he had hit on WildTurtle. He waited the duration, jumps in with that killer instinct. He knows that the Braum was already dead, so the extra peel wasn't there. It was just Sejuani. Full assassination.
Oh,
Next.
that's nice.
Next. It's my birthday. You're supposed to be
Paid actors. Paid
You know
actors.
Fake tweet.
Fake tweet. Fake
that
comment.
TikTok that's like,
Ain't no way.
I don't care that something good happened for you. It should have happened to me instead. That should be about Colby and I.
Yeah, come
it's
on,
our
guys.
birthday.
Get it together. Fans these days.
No respect. Uh-oh.
No respect for the crocodile either.
No alligator respect here. Hauntzer in the dirt. Azael, you were asking, why did they ban that Malphite?
Yeah, true. I was asking that.
Look
Hauntzer.
what happens.
Yeah, Hauntzer going to be made into boots as he goes down. Did have a really good time in lane, honestly. 40 CS up, was trading well with Rich, but the map has kind of fallen around him. Bugi gonna look, does connect to the Glacial Prison on Jensen, but Jensen sweeps back, stays safe, and now the teleport's coming in here. Rich has arrived. Dignitas step forward. The turret is theirs.
Nice footwork by Jensen, shuffling back to stop that engage from coming up big. Without that ultimate and with Hauntzer down, it's easy for them to grab this bot inhibitor, crack TSM's base open. 7,000 gold lead now, just 23 minutes in. A much more aggressive and decisive dig than we've seen. Even in a lot of their wins, it felt more slow roll, tough fights. Here, they've been basically in control ever since the first Dragon fight that they've won.
Yeah, it feels really refreshing here. And it's the whole team. This is not a Rich highlight show. Rich has been a side character in this one.
He's in the background.
Exactly.
My man doesn't even have lines in this game.
He's cheering up in top lane. Good job, team!
Great
I'm
job.
absorbing pressure, I think.
He's top laner 4.
It's just so nice to see, though, you know, so much more confidence from these players, namely Santorin, Jensen, Tomo.
Yeah.
All three of them making really big moves.
And Santorin has been getting a lot of criticism, you know, from myself included, has not been playing up to his very high standards that he's set for himself in this league. So it is nice to see him have a really strong game.
Yeah, but criticism from a play-by-play,
True.
you shrug it right off.
Yeah,
What
like
does
rain
Azael
off
know?
your back.
Yeah, what does he know?
Not much.
He just talks fast good.
Debatable.
So from here, it should be a fairly easy game for Dignitas to close out. They have so many engage tools, not a ton of mobility on either backline member.
Oh, teleport's just being used defensively. Ruby clearly worried about the collapse coming in as he saw a diamond moving through the jungle. So teleport will be forced. Not the end of the world, but Turtle here could be in trouble as he's by himself, and in comes Diamond with the ulti. The killer instinct is there, and Turtle is just gone.
I feel so bad for him. Like, you cannot even play this game anymore. You cannot play it at all. Diamond right over the wall. That's the point and click, and they're not done yet. Rich wants another piece.
Flashes out, is able to survive, but like you said earlier, the fact that even if you flash the Nautilus ultimate, since it's going to come in, it's going to give plasma stacks, and the fact that we've seen how much damage Tomo does, you're never safe if any hard CC lands and Tomo has an angle to take his ultimate.
Turtle needs his front line around it, right? If that's coming in, the Braum needs to be there, or there's no point in using summoners. You're just going to go down. Rich, nice buffer on the W there to immune the stun coming through from Sejuani, but it's Jensen pushing up through top lane, just taking even more for Dig.
And if Dignitas can actually finish this game, they already in summer will be better than their spring iteration. It's very nice to see the improvements for this team. Jensen now level 16 on the Azir.
Moving in, scatter over the wall. They're going to look for Rich. Rich taking a lot of damage there, but Turtle doesn't have access just yet. And Rich is looking to turn around onto Bugi. Chime trying to get involved as well. Tomo connects the Void Seeker, but not going to go into the back line now. Knows it would be a death sentence with all of TSM around.
Not the worst look possible, but the ultimate that Turtle shot was not able to get any of the splash damage onto the actual carries. And so while Rich got low, it was going to take a lot more resources to finish him off. A nice little skirmish there out of TSM, but you can see a bit of the wallet diff coming in.
Yeah, those are the plays you have to look for, though. You know, these scatter the weeks over the wall, trying to find some picks through the jungle, see if you can scrape together some money.
I mean, it's going to be tough. Ruby is a full item completion behind. Jensen is looking closer to 4 items than Ruby is to 3, so that is really, really difficult. Yes, Syndra scales a lot better, you know, post rework than pre, but they're going to look for a TP, and Ruby does not have teleport to escape this time.
It's the same
It
rush.
looks like it's a death sentence now. Here comes Santorin, here comes Jensen. Ruby trying to turn it around, but you don't have enough gold to make that ulti matter.
Jensen once again says, get off my screen, teleports up there, they take care of business, and this is Dignitas just running over the entire map now. You can easily just take all jungle camps. TSM gets kind of strangled of resources here and makes it really difficult to forge a comeback.
Yeah, it's going to be tough from this position. We'll see if Dignitas can close this one out cleanly or if TSM can look to mount a comeback. Soul is going to be up here in 2 minutes. It's Hauntzer, though, that's in trouble. Rich going to go all out. He's flashing in for the plasma, and here is Tomo flying in through the jungle, knocking down another. Tomo has been relentless this game for Dignitas.
He's a heat-seeking missile. As soon as anyone has plasma stacks in and they're isolated, he's going to go flying in, strike them down, blow them up to 6 kills now.
Yeah, he's not going to stop anytime soon either. With Hourglass completed, you get to go right into the middle.
Ooh.
With your team so far ahead, too. Just dive right in there. Both him and Azir. See who can have a deeper dive.
I really like the itemization of this game out of Dignitas. The double even shroud, if people don't know, it's not just the person you immobilize, but people around that champion that you've hit. So basically, if they hit different targets, Santorin and Diamond can potentially put that debuff on the entire team of TSM for the backline to go blow people up. You have the double Zhonya's, even though it is an AP heavy comp on the side of Dignitas, you have Rich for extra damage. And so this is just one of these team comps that is very unique to this current meta, it feels like.
Yeah, absolutely. And now the Baron in the back pocket here for Dignitas feels like they have just about everything they need to close this one out. TSM wasn't interested in even contesting. They would have been too late if they did, and they were down a top laner, so weren't really going to be able to make it happen. Turtle does have some good wave clear, and Hauntzer's moving forward, but that is K'Sante, and you got to be careful about the assistance that's going to be coming in from Dig.
That is K'Sante. That's a good point. That is rough to make a pick on. They're not even worried.
Bugi could be in some trouble. The hook connects, but that is going to be it. Santorin looking for a slam against the wall, doesn't find it.
And they were looking for that pick in 4v5 with Jensen pushing up on top side. So they have to rotate over, deal with that minion wave, clean it out before their inhibitor turrets are gone.
Hauntzer in trouble now. They're just trying to focus down the turret, and then they're going to turn for the fight, but the Glacial Prison connects on Rich. Rich down low. Santorin low as well. And here comes the reset from Turtle. He's trying to go forward, but the Void Seeker has connected. Does Tomo dive into the back line to turn it around? The Zap can't connect, and the flash comes in from Diamond to keep himself safe from the Braum Q. Hauntzer, though, getting shredded by Tomo. Tomo will dissuade TSM from chasing any further.
There's 13 seconds left on this Dragon. How much of a comeback can they actually mount off that one kill onto the K'Sante? TSM, if they could get an objective bounty shutdown and deny the soul here, that pick bigger than you think.
Yeah, we can see Dignitas sprinting back onto the map to try and get here, but I'm not sure they can get here in time and put enough presence out to stop this Dragon from going down, given that Rich is still 15 seconds away. TSM have stopped the soul point.
Yeah, Santorin is here, but it's a little bit too late. They do spot them on the exit, but TSM should just full retreat back to the base, continue farming this up. Jinx is on 3 items, and that is your hope in this game. Turtle has the LDR, has a stopwatch, and he has his flash, so we'll see if he can make magic happen.
That is the first step in a long way back into this game for TSM, but they made the exact one. One pick, objective bounty shutdown. Dignitas want to make it not matter at all, though. With Baron buff, still remnants of it on here. The inhibitor goes down, and topside's next.
And look at the Void Seekers. They are really punishing him, trying to look for Rich here again. But it's TSM getting chunked down, and they've lost control of the mid wave. They already lost the inhibitor there. The bottom inhibitor is going to be going down as well.
That's 2 inhibitors down. Dignitas, the misstep that they made was trying to finish off that mid lane turret as TSM took that moment to attack them. Not the same situation here. Without the turret, it's very hard for TSM to actually fully defend this base. Those 2 drops, they're going to have to probably make a stand, either a Nexus turret or top inhibitor.
I mean, the supers are coming in. Look at Ruby, loses about 40% of his health from one Void Seeker. Hauntzer as well, taking the punishment there. No one able to step up and stop Rich, and I think it could be one final stand here for TSM. Will they pull the trigger now, or will Dignitas let them? Bugi's gonna go in, he's looking for it, but the ejection comes in on Turtle. Turtle's already out of the fight, and Tomo is shredding through Hauntzer. Bugi slated to go down. He's gonna be going down in the hurry. The Intovo strikes pull him back. Turtle has arrived, Chime survives, but he goes Jensen, the flash, the shuffle, and it's all over but the crying. Turtle can go into the stopwatch, but it will only buy him time to watch the base fall. TSM will be routed by Dignitas in the base, and Dignitas will look to close this one out, move to 4-4. A great game from them.
And a great play-by-play debut from Azael.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
The best game the LCS has ever seen. 2 birthday boys cast in play-by-play by Azael, and a fat dub for Dignitas there.
This, I think, is Dignitas' single best team game that I've seen all year long, including all of spring. They had so many more proactive plays from all the different members here.
Santorin, 6 kills. Jensen, 6 kills. Tomo, 6 kills. They're the devil.
Dignitas confirmed evil. What's really nice is to see everyone getting involved, right? There's been so much hype around Rich, and I think deservedly so. He's been playing amazing, but this was a game that was not about him. It was about the rest of the squad making it happen, working really well together. Both the big carries here, Jensen and Tomo, had incredible games. I love the aggression that we were seeing from them. They weren't hesitant, and that's some of the criticisms that I've had for Dignitas in the past, is that even when they're in an advantageous position, it's only Rich that was making plays, and this time everyone was getting involved and everyone was looking for plays of their own.
Yeah, confidence goes a long way in League of Legends, to be able to make these proactive plays, and this team finally finding it. I'm very excited to see where they can go.
Things looking good for Dignitas on the side of TSM. Still 0-2 on the week. A bit closer game in the early game, like the level 1, but after that, it didn't feel like there were too many game plans that they had once the first couple Dragon fights didn't go their way.
Yeah.
It felt like a tough team comp to play from behind. So much of it should have been about trying to win early. Renekton, Syndra, these kinds of things. Like you said, it does scale a little better, but it's basically just Turtle with your late game option. They fell behind very quickly in this game.
Yeah, I mean, Ruby got really behind. You know, Turtle was in an okay spot, but it felt like they were getting peeled apart. He kept getting picked off, you know, wasn't with the rest of the squad. So it is really difficult. But hey, LCS fans, Fantasy LCS is happening on Sleeper. It's not too late to sign up, start a league with your friends, and then crush your dreams with your own LCS super team. You can head on over to sleeper.com or sleeper.app to give it a try.
Yeah, and we're going to go to break. EG versus IMT is on the other side. But first, Solo and Balulu are going to go head-to-head in game on. And then after that, we have the Armeo Power Hour. He's going to do a taste test of different mayos to figure out which one is his
that looks
mayo.
disgusting.
His name's Armeo. Which one?
What's in the fake mayo one?
I don't want to know. That's not a question you can answer on
Get
podcast.
your mind out of the gun.
Hey, I'm Solo.
Hello, I'm Balulu, and this is Game On, brought to you by Riot Games. I'm pretty bad at this, not gonna lie. So don't expect much from me.
Team. Tree.
FlyQuest?
Yeah. Player. Oh. Okay. Cloud. Smite.
Blabber?
Okay. Champ. Old. Time.
Zillion?
Okay. Horse.
Hecarim? Lilia?
Water. Okay. Game 5. Sound.
Game 5? Sound?
Game 5.
Silver Scripts?
Yeah.
Okay. No pressure.
Okay. Okay. How many did I get? Any day now.
Solo queue? Wait, this is so hard actually. Wait, what? How do I describe this?
What is it? A thing?
Wait, Amumu?
It's a lot of syllables.
Wait. Many? Ult?
Also?
Wait, that was so stupid. Oh, what the hell? I can't. I need to. This one as well. Pick?
Champ select?
GG top.
Gank?
No, GG top.
Oh, licorice?
2-0?
2-0?
3-0.
3-0? Sweep? 0
Yeah, wait, that kind of. After. Wow, one syllable is so important. How can you use one syllable for this? It's my third language, guys.
I just want to see the. I can't wait to see the answers.
Purple.
Also, we're getting a lot of use on this buzzer.
What? Nash.
Baron? Nasher?
B. Nash B.
Nash B? Recall? Nasher? Baron Nasher?
Buff. I count that, guys. I count that.
Let me see this.
But this is.
Oh, okay.
How can you describe?
Oh, this one's pretty hard,
help me.
actually.
Help me describe it, actually.
Yeah, this one's pretty hard.
With Verizon's new My Plan, I get exactly what I want and only pay for what I need.
Now I'm in charge of my plan.
Introducing My Plan from Verizon. You get exactly what you want and only pay for what you need. And it all starts at just $30. It's your Verizon.
Who said you can't teach an old dog new tricks?
Typical beginner's mistake.
Yes, they all start from the outside.
So, will we help him?
What else? Here, try it with Red Bull.
Red Bull gives you wings.